Hi, this is attorney and nurse practitioner Joe Flores right here on Nurse Practitioner Television. Thanks again for watching. We're doing another legal minute clinic, but remember, this does not constitute legal advice. We do have people that we associate with that have law firms throughout the nation, and I am a federal attorney. I can practice in any court throughout the land. I just have to make my appearance and do that. I've done that forever, and I'm licensed here in Texas for over 15 years. I've been defending nurses and their rights and nurse practitioners now more than ever, at least the last 5 years. Things have really expanded our role. Half the states have autonomy of nurse practitioners making their own clinics, making revenue in other channel interviews, and also on programs that we put on. We've had telemedicine. We've talked about ways to generate revenue, which it's okay to talk about. It's all right. Nurse practitioners deserve to make a living just like MDs have for years, and also sort of add-ons to their practice. One of those is house calls. Let me tell you, right now, ladies and gentlemen, the medical home, as they call it, is evolving. As an advanced practice registered nurse, I see patients in the home in hospice. Brothers and sisters out there, there's nothing more satisfying than taking care of somebody with long-term or chronic illness that has led to having to qualify for hospice. As an ICU nurse for many years, I dealt with death and dying, and so this is a natural progression. As I'm not so young anymore, nearing 50, I like doing that and going out to the hill country here in Texas and right here in South Texas. Love to see patients. But part of that is house calls, and you as a nurse practitioner, advanced practice registered nurse, can set up your own house call company. It's relatively easy. You can get the credentialing. The codes are less than about 5 main codes that you use. And the exciting thing about it is, you'll say, well, Joe, I don't have all these nurses. I don't have all these MAs or medical techs to help me. You don't need them. A lot of the time you can collaborate with, like here in Texas, for instance, home health care companies. They would love to have a nurse practitioner that would be available to do a house call. And also, if you're in a state collaborating physicians or working under Medicare, we do need a face-to-face requirement with a physician. But a lot of the time, the nurse practitioner can be that aid to the patient that is needed desperately, meaning that nurse practitioner might be in a position opposed to a physician, or maybe you want to just hang out your own shingle and just do house calls. Well, nurse practitioners, advanced practice registered nurses, can go out to the house, prevent a lot of diseases and comorbidities that could have been prevented, hospitalizations that are unnecessary, ER admissions. And setting up your own house call company is easier than you think. A lot of the time, you're already credentialed in many areas. Some of you all have had questions on credentialing. There's excellent services out there. I don't endorse a particular product, but there are very qualified people out there. And just remember that billing is very important to bill the right code. It's just like working in a clinic, and you're looking at that. But house calls are becoming revolutionary. You can do everything from treat congestive heart failure to post-stroke. And right now, with our healthcare system in crisis and our GDP healthcare costs are over 14%, nearing 15%. We need to look at ways to provide care that's more efficient, and house calls or having a house call company, either adding it to your nurse practitioner profession or doing it standalone. The overhead is relatively cheap. You can also get reimbursed by having your own business for mileage. Right now, under the present tax laws, there's not tax advice either. You need to get a CPA in your own area, but you can set it up. We have people that offer policies, procedures that have a turnkey operation that can set up sort of a nurse practitioner on call business for you. And we want to make sure that you have every opportunity to make your own business, to thrive, and above all, the most important, take care of the patient, and the money takes care of itself. If you provide care in the home, you are not only saving the government money, but you are saving that individual and that family time, expense. We all know it's a Broadway production sometimes to go to a doctor's office. Some people live in rural areas, underserved areas, that just can't go out and see a physician, nurse practitioner, or a PA. So A lot of the people out there are demanding house calls. There's a demand for it. If you want more information, you can inbox me. But I thought I'd make this video sort of give you a base understanding. I've done house calls before. I've done hospice visits and recertifications, and it's an exciting area. Nothing is more humbling than somebody allowing you to go into their home, give them care, and you really get a grasp of why they have certain disease processes and things, and you improve your bedside manner. I know I have, and it's taught me never to judge. You go in somebody's home, it's their home. They're not in a hospital where you have that control, so to speak. You're respectful when you enter their home. You encounter it's an amazing adventure. You just have to do it to experience it. I encourage everybody to look into it. And I'm encouraging those professors out there in nurse practitioner programs to add it on as a course. Ask your professors, ask your dean of nursing if you're in a nurse practitioner program, or you're in a position that you're an alumni, or you taught, or alumnus rather, and you taught, let them know that house calls is the wave of the future. That should be added on as a course. So this is Joe Flores, Nurse Practitioner Television. I hope you've gotten a basic understanding of house calls. If you want more information, you can reach me at joe@floreslawfirm.com or 361-887-8670, or inbox me on Nurse Practitioner Television, or friend me on Facebook. We'll be launching these on YouTube as well, and Twitter. So thank you for tuning in on Nurse Practitioner Television. Joe Flores, APRN, JD. Thank you all. God bless.